Hi everyone, it's Kayla or Rainbow Hearts 1234 here, and today I wanted to make a video about what it's like to get your ears pierced. So this is a requested video by one of my subscribers, and they basically just sent me a message saying that they were 12 years old and they were just really nervous about getting their ears pierced. They really want it done, all their friends have it, and they just wanted me to kind of tell them what it was like. And instead of replying to that person just by a message, I thought that I would just make this video for everyone to see, just because I know a lot of people are in her shoes, and I know a lot of people, are just also afraid to get their ears pierced, because I, for one, was very scared to get my ears pierced. Actually, I didn't get my ears pierced until I was 12, and I literally just wanted my ears pierced my whole entire life. Like, ever since I was 8, I just would always wear, I went from sticker earrings to clip-on earrings to magnetic earrings, and I would just, I'd always tell my friends I had my ears pierced because, that's what was cool. And I just wanted it so badly, but honestly, I was just afraid. The things that I was most afraid of were the sound of the gun, because a lot of people, say it's super loud, and I was afraid that I would, jump, and then the earring would, go through my shoulder. You know what I mean? And then I was also, of course, afraid of pain. I mean, that's usually what most people are afraid of. So anyways, one day I was in 7th grade. Like I said, I was 12, just like you, the person who requested this video, so I really can relate to you now. But anyways, I was in 7th grade, and I remember just sitting in the classroom. It was like social studies, and I was so bored, of course, and I was just thinking to myself, wow, I was looking at my class a lot. Sorry guys, I was looking around my classroom, and I noticed that every single girl except for one, which was me, had their ears pierced. And I was just thinking to myself, okay, if every single person in this room could get their ears pierced and they're fine right now, why can't I? Everyone you see, every girl, every even little girl that you see nowadays has their ears pierced. I teach dance, I help to teach dance, and I'll teach 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds, and they have their ears pierced, and I'm just like, okay, you know what, it's time for me to just get my ears pierced. So that's what I thought to myself that day, everyone has their ears pierced, I can do it too. So that day, I told my mom, it was a Friday night, it was Friday night, and I said, Mom, I want to get my ears pierced, I'm ready. And she said, okay, cool. So I brought my friend with me, and we went to get my ears pierced. And of course, I was so nervous, but I was more excited, than nervous, because I just finally made up my mind. I'm just I'm gonna do this. And, okay, I just want to show you guys one more thing. About for a year before I got my ears pierced, I wanted them pierced so bad, I actually tried to pierce them myself with a needle. Never, ever, 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 ever try to do that. If you know what you're doing, you've searched it or whatever, I mean, you can do it. I mean, go ahead. I mean, I'm not going to stop you. But I really would not recommend it. I mean, I was 11 years old, and I was just so stupid. I put the needle halfway through my ear, and I just remember it started to gush out blood. I was so scared, guys. Oh my gosh. So never ever try that. But anyways, back to my story. So we were at the mall, and I was actually more excited than nervous. Actually, never mind about me being nervous. I was pretty excited, but a little bit nervous. And like I said before, the main reason I was nervous was because of the sound of the gun. Everyone says it's so loud, and you're gonna jump, and I didn't want to be scared that, from the sound of the gun. I said, I was afraid I'd flinch or something. And let me tell you, if you're afraid of that, don't be. Oh my gosh. I didn't even hear a giant loud click. I mean, maybe ear piercing guns back then were, like that, because my mom was the one who told me, oh, it's really loud, so that might scare you more than the piercing, and that's what I was afraid of. So, I mean, maybe the ear piercing guns back then were like that, but nowadays they're not like that, so don't worry about that. But anyways, basically all I do is I clean your ears off with an alcohol swab. Of course, you pull your hair back, and before that, you pick out your earrings, and I would recommend going with a little pair of diamond earrings. Personally, that's what I like the best. I think that they're just really cute, especially for your first piercing. And also, I'm sure you guys knew this already, but you will need to have like a parent or like someone over 18 to take you, because you're not allowed to get your ears pierced if you're not over 18. Well, I mean, you are, but like you have to have a parent with you to sign all these papers and all this stuff. So don't go to the mall by yourself and try to get your ears pierced, because it won't work. But anyways, after your mom or whatever signs all the papers and you pick out your earrings and they wipe off your ears, and they let that dry, then they will get one of their special little marker things and they will just put a dot on each earlobe, and that's kind of to mark, where they're going to pierce them, and then they will ask your parent or whoever bought you, if these look even, and they'll also give you a mirror to, see what they look like, to make sure that that's where you want them pierced, like to make sure one isn't too high or too low for you, or over to the side or over to the left or right, or, so after they kind of get the okay from you and your parent, then they will pierce them. And people, say that the ear piercing gun looks like a really, like a gun. Like, honestly, first of all, I didn't even look at it, because, like, if you were getting a shot, would you want to look at the needle going into your arm? No. So I would recommend, you don't really look at it, because obviously you're going to see the earring that's going to go into your ear. And not that that would really scare me, but I wouldn't really recommend it, because, like I said, if you were going to the doctors to get a shot, you wouldn't want to watch them put the needle in your arm. That would just freak you out even more. So anyways, when they pierce it, you can, of course, get it pierced, one at a time, or if they have enough people that day, you can get them pierced, at the same time. But usually younger kids get that. I mean, you can get it too, but I typically just see younger kids getting that. Honestly, I didn't want them pierced at the same time, just because I just didn't. So, I got them pierced one at a time, and honestly, they just tell you to keep your head straight, and they pierce it. I didn't cry. I didn't even say ouch. I didn't show any kind of sign that I was in pain at all. I mean, you see these videos on YouTube with, like, adults, like, crying when they get their ears pierced. Honestly, they are so overreacting, or they really didn't want them pierced. Because for me, I just wanted them pierced so badly, it could have burned and stung and, whatever. But it wouldn't have bothered me, since I wanted it done so badly. The pain didn't mean anything, and honestly, I didn't even feel any pain. People say that your ears feel hot when you get them, after you get them pierced. I guess that's a way of describing it. I mean, I didn't really, to be quite honest, I didn't really experience, it feeling really hot, but I mean, I don't know, I guess it felt a little hot. It didn't really sting either. Like, to be honest, it didn't really hurt. Like, I don't think of getting your ears pierced as pain. I mean, really, if you want it really badly, if you, that's the thing. If you want your ears pierced, you won't care about the pain. It's kind of like having a baby. Of course, it's painful, but you want the baby, so that doesn't matter to you. So if you guys know what I'm saying, yeah. But that's probably the best way I could describe it. Kind of like a little bit warm feeling, and maybe like a little bit of a sting for a couple seconds, and then, I was fine. I was fine. Like, 30 seconds after they were done, I felt fine, and I was so happy. I was just ecstatic that I got them pierced, that I actually had my ears pierced, like, and it was real. I was so happy that day. So, if you're scared to get your ears pierced, I would say just go for it. There is nothing to be afraid of, honestly. Don't think about it for another second. Go to the mall today and get them pierced. It'll be 2 seconds of, discomfort, and then you have earrings for the rest of your life. So that's kind of how I feel about that. Getting your ears pierced. I hope that I helped the person who requested this video and anybody else who was afraid to get their ears pierced. And yeah, anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.